to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Leadership Insights Radio.
Thanks for listening in. I'm Wade Taylor, and I'm happy to be joined on today's show by Henry Herz. He is a partner at Lean Business Solutions. You can learn more about him online at www.sdleansolutions.com. And they are involved in Lean Six Sigma training and helping every company improve their processes, improve their employee engagement, and therefore improve their bottom line. But it is a process that will take some effort. There are positive results at the end. And in the last segment, Henry was helping us understand the timeline we should anticipate for implementation, and you're using a tree metaphor.
That's right. So we use an apple tree metaphor, 4 levels of apples in the tree. Actually, on first, there's fruit on the ground. There's stuff that's so easy you don't even have to reach up to get it. And we call those JDIs, don't just do it. And those are things that an individual employee can do. I mean, an example would be one of the tools we have is 5S. It's basically a way of straightening and organizing your workspace. An employee doesn't need permission to do that if they're just straightening up their own area. So that's a JDI. The next level up in the tree is the low-hanging fruit. Still pretty easy to do. And we recommend something called a Kaizen event for doing the low-hanging fruit, and that's up to a week in length. The bulk of the fruit in the tree is harder to get to. You know, a company may decide, oops, we need a new ERP system. That's not something you're going to swap out in a week. You have to be able to take months to do. Some things are just harder to do. And so you would do something called a DMAIC project. That's a define, measure, analyze, improve, control. It's one of the techniques that we have from Six Sigma to do a process improvement project. And those can take months. And then the top of the tree, the really hard to reach fruit, we have something called Design for Six Sigma. That's for when something is so messed up, you're basically redesigning the company from scratch.
Interesting. And, you know, I would imagine even the JDIs are going to pay a long-term return because it's just, I like how you're getting the employees engaged by making them feel like they're doing a job, doing it well, knowing that it's not a waste of time in what they're doing, which gives its own level of empowerment. Yeah,
I mean, I'll give you a sample of a JDI, and anybody can do this in their home. Loading the dishwasher. When you put your dirty utensils in a dishwasher, most people just put them in there. They don't think about it. But then when you run the dishwasher and they're clean and you go to put them away, it takes a little while. You're individually sorting. You know, there's a spoon that goes in the spoon compartment. There's a knife that goes in the knife compartment. So here's a JDI. Just decide that when you put your dirty utensils in the dishwasher, you're going to put the forks in the same holder, and you're going to put the knives in a separate folder and the spoons in a separate holder. When you go to unload, it's already pre-sorted. It doesn't really take you any longer to load it, but now you're unloading it much faster. You're getting the same job done with less work, and it's a JDI because you didn't need a project. You didn't need a project manager. You were just able to think about something and make a change.
Yeah, little things that have big payoffs. And so you were starting to talk in the last segment also about how someone can become Lean certified, and it starts with training. And I understand that the training is very accessible to every company these days.
Yes. So first of all, there is no Lean certification for a company, but you're Lean if you behave in a Lean way. So it's kind of nice that way. It's not, nobody can fake you out by saying, oh, we're Lean this or Lean that. You're Lean because you act like you're Lean. And the way you get Lean is to be trained and then to start implementing a continuous improvement mindset in all your employees. And so we have some exciting news. We have a grant from the state of California that pays us to come in and give our introductory Lean training to California companies at no cost to the company. As long as they qualify according to the state's guidelines, and most companies do, we can come in and do that training. And that's up to a week of training for up to all of your employees. So it's a fantastic offer. We do Lean Six Sigma fundamentals training. We teach people how to do value stream mapping, which is the main tool of Lean. We actually can help teach you how to do a Kaizen event, which is, again, used for some of the low-hanging fruit projects. And we also have a one-day training on root cause analysis, because remember, if you're bleeding, you don't want to just, that's a bad example. If you got water in the bottom of your rowboat, my sneakers are wet. Well, so what do? Well, luckily I have a spare set of sneakers in my backpack. I'll just put on my new sneakers, right? Well, guess what? In a minute, your new sneakers are wet. Why? Yeah. Because there's water in the bottom of the boat. Okay, I'll bail the water out of the boat. Now I'll put on my third pair of sneakers. Now they're wet too. Guess what? There's a hole in the bottom of the boat. If I get to the root cause, okay, I need to plug that hole with a cork, then bail it out, then put on some sneakers. Now I'm good. So root cause analysis is really important, because it means you can eliminate the source of a defect. You'll no longer spend time, money correcting it in the future.
Just dealing with the symptoms. Well, as we've seen, every company can benefit from this, because it's just about fundamentally, are you running your company efficiently? And so, the problems that somebody might come to you to solve are innumerable, but you guys have solutions for all of them. But once somebody comes through the door, once they've gotten to that point that they recognize they've got a problem, this can be a solution, there can often be resistance. Even we don't want to take our medicine. So can you share with us some of the common resistance points you get from your clients and how you help them to move past those?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's human nature to resist change. And so we have to acknowledge that, and then we have to work around it. So some examples of resistance to change could come in the form of management's not invented here syndrome. Hey, if we didn't think of it, it can't be helpful to us. It could be management not trusting their employees, not willing to release control, to delegate some authority to their employees to make changes. It could be the employees not believing that management is open to change. Even when management is open to change, the employees will be like, yeah, right, I'll put this suggestion in the suggestion box and I'll never hear back. Or, well, I'm going through the training, but is upper management going through the training? And we love to start our training with the C-levels, because that shows everybody that the company is committed to the change. It takes time. Even if you train everybody and you start engaging people in process improvement projects, your company is not instantaneously more competitive. Those projects can take some time to take hold. I gave the JDI example of changing the way you load a dishwasher. That's a quick one. But if we need to make some changes in our software to make it more responsive to customers, that's not something that happens overnight. It takes some time. And so you have to be patient and you have to be diligent. And another source of resistance is, wait a minute, I've already got a full-time job. Now you want me to be doing something extra on top of that? And our answer is yes. We joke, my partner and I, when you finish our training, we issue you a pair of lean goggles. You look at the world differently. It's a blessing and a curse. You'll go into Starbucks, nothing to do with work. You'll go into Starbucks and you'll be appreciating how lean they are, and you'll be going into another store that's not so lean, and you'll find yourself aggravated. So be forewarned, you're going to look at the world differently after you go through the training. But when you finish the training, you have two jobs then. You have your regular job, and you have the job of doing your regular job better.
Okay. And obviously you've had great results from that. Once you've helped them get through that resistance, once you've helped both the C-level and the front line get over their, I don't feel like changing, then they start seeing rewards. Can you share with us some of the success stories, either business or personal, maybe a business that turned itself around, or maybe just whenever you saw that person you're training have the light go off in their head? Yeah,
we had this great success story. I love to tell this because when we're talking about lean, people think, okay, it's top down, it's driven by the C-levels, but the whole point of training everybody is that anybody can initiate change. Fair or unfair, people look at administrative assistants as sort of the bottom rung in the corporate ladder. And we were delighted to see that one company where we did the training, we normally form people into groups. We call them process improvement teams or pit crews. And there'd be a pit crew for, say, the software engineers and a pit crew for the human resources people. And, they would form groups functionally. And the administrative assistants formed their own process improvement team. And then they came up with this, hey, you know what? when we do travel authorizations, when one of our employees needs to go on a trip, they have to fill out a travel authorization form. And this is a paper form, and our practice is it can take up to 6 signatures of six approval signatures to get this thing ready to go. I'm hand carrying this document around, and if the person isn't in the office, I have to come back. And so it was a really painful process for the admins, and they were like, can't we do this better? Can we not reduce the number of signatures needed? Can we not maybe go with an electronic system? And so I find that a great success story because it was really it's a real grassroots effort. The individual employees who were feeling the pain were also empowered to do something about reducing that pain. And guess what? The company is better off now that change is made, right? Now the admins are freed up to do other stuff. They're not spending a portion of their day walking stuff around.
Improvements ripple through the company.
Exactly.
Well, with less than a minute left, could you invite people to join in this training? How do you want them to contact you?
Oh, yes. So our website, he's given the address. Just there's an email link on there as well. Just drop us an email, and we'll be happy to speak with you about that and explain what the eligibility criteria are. And happy to say the cost to you is zero because the state funds it for qualifying companies.
Alrighty, and that website would be www.sdleansolutions.com. sdleansolutions.com. And I'm speaking with Henry Herz. He is a partner at Lean Business Solutions. And in the next part of the show, we're going to learn more about his story, get some tips from him about how he's developed a successful company, and just different things that have contributed to the success in his life overall. I appreciate you tuning in. This is the Leadership's Insights Radio here on WSRadio.com. We're back in a moment.
Love to read but just don't have the time? With Audible.com, you can catch up on reading simply by listening. Audible has the largest collection of digital audiobooks, over 85,000 titles in every genre. Listen to a bestseller on your iPhone, BlackBerry, Android smartphone, or one of 500 other compatible devices. Visit audible.com/WSRadio today and get a free audiobook when you try Audible free for 14 days. That's audible.com/WSRadio.
I have some good news for a change. With the stressful times upon us, having a regular glass of wine has proved in many studies to reduce stress. Want some more stress-relieving tips? VinVillage.com is an exciting new social organization connecting wine lovers around the country with an exclusive local and online wine lifestyle experience. Vin Village members can meet others online and in person, attend wine dinners and tastings, participate in forums, blogs, and wikis, purchase limited and exclusive wines, even create your own wine. You heard me. Create your own wine. And best yet, membership is free. So reduce some of the stress and have some fun. Join now and connect with thousands of other like-minded wine lovers. To learn more, go to vinvillage.com. That's www.vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
Are your salespeople running at the speed of the internet? Are you providing the tools they need to compete? Bjorn Stansvik from MentorMate has a solution for increasing the effectiveness of your workforce.
The most common problem we see our clients facing is that their salespeople don't have time for learning.
IQPAC provides an adaptable mobile learning solution to help your sales force easily master the knowledge to compete effectively. Go to IQPAC.com. That's IQPAKK.com to learn more.
The key to a successful business is astute and solid promotion. Instant Imprints offers limitless solutions and everything you need to promote your business, event, or cause. From t-shirts to banners, trade show displays, mugs, business cards, we can imprint on anything from pens, golf balls, clothing, vehicles, and any type of customer giveaways. In order to grow, you must promote And Instant Imprints is your full-service company to help you in all of your marketing and promotional needs. Locally owned and operated, and prices that will be music to your budget and a turnaround time that will make you smile. 2 San Diego locations to serve you, downtown and in Mira Mesa at Flanders. It's Instant Imprints for all your promotional needs. Remember our name, Instant Imprints.